Inside Huntsville with Brenda Martin, a conversation with department heads at City Hall on streets, ball fields, public safety, and more. And also with our community partners that add economic security, support education, and enhance the city's quality of life.
Hello, I'm Brenda Martin with Inside Huntsville. So glad you could join me today. Would you like to know the best crime prevention ever invented? It's a good neighbor. In fact, neighbors working together in cooperation with law enforcement can make one of the best crime-fighting teams around. We call it Community Watch. To talk more about this organization is its president, Rajola Caldwell, and Officer Johnny Hollingsworth, a 30-year-plus veteran of Huntsville Police Department. Welcome to both of you, and thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Brenda.
Ray, Huntsville Community Watch was organized in, 1974? Why was it formed, and is this a national organization?
Normally, and even now, when our Community Watch group starts, it begins with a crime problem in the neighborhood, and they reach out to the police department to set up a watch group so that they can start to work better with the police department to cut down on crime in the neighborhoods. And that's about the same reason why it started in Jones Valley back in the 70s. They were having a problem, so they worked with the police department to start the first Community Watch group. Since then, we've grown to approximately 180 active watch groups in the city of Huntsville. It is a national program. Some groups call themselves Neighborhood Watch. We're Community Watch here in Huntsville.
And what exactly does Community Watch do?
We serve as an extra set of eyes and ears within the community. I think there are 400 plus officers in the city of Huntsville versus the population of Huntsville, so police can't be everywhere. So this is an excellent tool that works well for the police because we can, if we see something, we say something.
Okay.
Call them out, and the more people we have that do that, cuts down on crime in the city.
Yes. Officer Hollingsworth, you've been around 30 plus years. You've been around, so you've seen a lot.
Yes, ma'am.
Does Community Watch, does it really reduce crime?
Absolutely. First place, the Justice Department of the United States has declared the #1 program preventing crime is Community Watch. Our Community Watch groups, they're so great about working with us that, give you an idea, we've had a couple of different ones. One particular saw 13 different burglaries within 1 year through the assistance from them. The information that they're feeding us, because we're getting stuff real time. Nowadays with cell phones and stuff like that,
Yes.
it really has increased their ability to help us. And it's definitely that, and in itself is one of the best programs that we can tell you, because communities that have been deteriorating has also rejuvenated.
So
through Community
you've
Watch.
seen a real decrease in crime, if you will.
Yes.
Okay. Well, how does the police department support the this community effort? Because I know you work hand in hand with Community Watch.
You know, it's been a staple ever since I've been on the police department back in the 80s. Community Watch has always been there. And the great thing about it is that we have such a strong partnership. Not only that they get up here and give us information, but they help us to feed to the general public educational programs.
Okay.
We do why police do what they do, which is a staple that Community Watch has helped us. We have National Night Out coming up real soon, which have several different crime prevention things. And these are the areas that Community Watch and their board has stepped up and continuously help us to put on for the general public, where they're getting the best of both worlds.
Could you speak to the Citizens Police Academy that's involved?
The Citizen Police Academy is a different branch. It's actually a format where it kind of gives you a better insight of what police do and how our police is set up. But we also include Community Watch in there, so they get a chance to learn about the great program that's out there, and they can get involved. And we will strongly encourage anybody who's seeking a Community Watch, get in touch with us, get in touch with Ms. Caldwell here, where we can get you involved either with a current one or even start a new one.
Okay. Ray, how long have you been president? Have you worn this hat a couple of times?
Oh, well, more than a couple of times.
Is
This
that right?
I believe
Okay.
going into my 4th year, maybe.
It's at least 4.
Yes.
At least
I
4
believe
years.
So.
And you keep coming back, or they keep asking you to come back. So what is it? What is it about the program that just keeps you coming back?
Well, you know, I think with the changing climate in the country, the biggest thing for me is I wanted to see the police and the community come together more. So whereas we used to spend a lot of money on trinkets for our different groups, we've
Yes.
gone to spending more money on classes and programs where we can bring the police and the community together. Because if we can get people more trusting of the police officers, then we can get them talking to the police officers more, which in turn they give police more information, which continues to reduce crime. And seeing that grow kind of keeps feeding me the energy and the desire to want to stay on with Community Watch.
And help it grow. Huh?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Well, now, statistically, it shows that Community Watch is effective. But how does a community, if a community is not involved, you say we've got 180 plus, if there's a community, and there are some obviously, that would like to participate or become a Community Watch neighborhood, what would they do?
Well, there are a couple of ways they can do it. They can reach out to their community relations officers in the police department, depending on which precinct they're in. And normally they'll reach out to us, and then we'll work with them from there to get a meeting set up. We'll come out and talk to them and tell them, of course, the do's and don'ts, things they can and cannot do while they're active with Community Watch.
Let's talk a little bit about that. What can't they do?
Well, the biggest things we emphasize is, and it sometimes creates a bit of an issue, but we tell them not to carry weapons while they're on
Yes.
patrol. I mean, we all know what happened in Florida, and we definitely don't want that to happen here. I know a lot of people have carry permits, and that's fine. You know, if you want to do it on your personal time, we don't have a problem with that. Just don't represent yourself as Community Watch
Yes.
and carry a weapon. I mean, don't go on Community Watch patrol with your gun strapped to your side, that sort of
yes.
thing. We also tell them not to patrol while they're under the influence of any type of substance. You know, don't knock back a few glasses of alcohol and get in your car and
Or a
drive
can of
around.
beer or something, yeah,
Right. And you know, I know that some people are on medication that
Okay, yes.
that causes them to be a little impaired. We ask them that they don't do that. We want people to stay safe while they're doing it. We also tell them not to be confrontational. That's a job for the police. If you see it, call it in, let the police do that job. Don't go after it yourself.
So when a community decides they want to get involved, so you have a class for them, or do they go out and get their neighbors, a certain number of neighbors, and how does that, what happens
We
there?
do it a couple of ways. Sometimes someone will reach out to us. They don't have a means of contacting people in their neighborhood, and we'll help
Okay.
them do a mail out to their neighborhood and invite them to a meeting either at the precinct or a designated place that they suggest. At that point, when we go out and with the resource officer, they usually cover the safety parts of the program. We tell them all the things that Community Watch offers them. And from there, because it's their neighborhood, they know best what will work in their neighborhood in terms of whether or not they want to patrol with these signs on the car.
Okay, let's hold up the sign. Okay, so that sign goes on.
The side of the car.
side of the car.
While they're patrolling, they must take it off when they're no longer
Okay.
patrolling. So, but they put these on, or people walk, even sitting on your porch. Most people don't realize it, but your day-to-day activities give you an opportunity to do Community Watch. You might be walking your dog, sitting on your porch,
That's a good point.
looking out your window. Big thing, if you see something, say something. So it's easy to get your group started. We just ask that you follow those few simple rules, and we'll all be just fine.
He just don't go out and think that you're, part of Officer
Right.
Hollingworth's group there. Officer, it's not dangerous to participate, is it?
No, and just like I'm going to kind of recap on some of the
Okay.
things that Ms. Caldwell said. You know, the great thing about it is we worked hand in hand with the board, so we helped them set up their rules and all. One of the things when it first got started in the 70s, it was all about patrol. And everybody got this idea that you have to patrol or you can't be community watch. No, that's a very little portion nowadays. You can have a community watch group that never patrols.
No kidding.
So you do not have to patrol because, like she said, when you're sitting outside drinking your tea or walking your dog or taking your kids to school or going to the grocery store, if you see something, if you just call us and let us know where we can act on it, that's all community watch.
Okay.
And how we help protect them. With our rules, what we want to do is not allow you, because if you have a weapon with you and you see something going on, it's instinctively in you to get involved. We want you to call us, keep eyes on, let us get there and let us be the one that gets involved. We don't want you getting out checking somebody's backyard and stuff like this.
Okay, yes.
Because that puts you in danger. So the rules are there to keep you from getting in danger if you choose to patrol. And then the last part is when you give us information, we don't tell anybody where we get the information from.
Okay.
So it's completely private. And then when we give it out to our officers, like when I send it back to the officers, I don't even let them know who gave it to me. So it keeps them where nobody is pointing a finger at them or saying, hey, that's the tattletale in the neighborhood or anything like that.
Yes.
So we have several things that make it safe. And through the years that I've been involved with Community Watch, I'm only aware of one incident at all that we've ever had out of 16 years with all the groups we had. So it's very,
Very safe.
Very safe.
If you follow the rules.
Yes.
You've got to follow the rules here, yeah. One of the other things I want to talk about is I noticed you have an annual meeting for coordinators. What is that? Talk to us about that.
Well, we've changed it up a little bit. We do have, now that we do that, we do an awards night.
Okay.
Used to it was just community watch. We recognize our community relations officers, but now what we've gone to is we have an awards night where we involve the police department and community watch. So the officers are getting awards from the police department and the community watch is giving out their awards to people in the community. We did this because it's important that not only the community sees the officers that works with them daily and helps them out, but vice versa. Sometimes the officers need to see the people in the community and how they help them, and also how much support they actually have from the community. So that's one of the things we're doing differently now. We have that, and then we have, of course, we also do our Christmas thing together with the police department.
What's that like?
Well, it's like a big Christmas dinner, but the police are invited, and then our community watch coordinators are invited. So we're all in a social event together. But here again, trying to bring community and police department together.
Yes.
Yes.
Officer Hollingsworth, tell us what is, for those who may not know exactly what a community relations officer is. Tell us tell us more about that.
You know, if you go online, you read most places where you talk about community relation officer, you'll see where they're out there pretty much doing presentations, going around and doing greetings and stuff with kids and things of that nature. We've expanded it over the years to the point where we handle about anything and everything inside the city that other departments and our police department don't want to handle. We take on not only community watch, which is a big portion of ours, but we also take on the homeless issues in Huntsville. We also work on mental illness and how we police with inside them and how we can improve our ability to work with them. We have so many other programs that we deal with that anytime like you need a presentation or something like that, whether we're talking to seniors with scams or we're going to talk to kids about McGruff rules, we're very versatile on that. Honestly, I can't think of anything that I haven't done yet as a community resource officer.
Yeah, I remember you when we were putting together the neighborhood association, which you're real big with, over on
Traymore.
Okay. Yes, you were very instrumental in that.
Yeah, that was one of ours where we go in and we'll take a neighborhood that is starting to deteriorate and we have a lot of people in there that's needing help. We'll do what's called a community policing initiative. And what we do is start from scratch and help them grow to the point, like with that one right there, they have 2 community watch groups now.
Yes,
But the first 2 years, you know, they're just not able to start a community watch due to the crime. So we would go in and assist them and start bringing in tools from all around the city, you know, improving every single aspect of quality of life. And with that, once they get to that level where we got control of the neighborhoods and now they're safe enough, then we got them start a community watch. That's where they can take that torch and keep it
Yes.
from deteriorating again.
Yes.
And they've been going strong 14 years now.
14 years now, yeah. So I remember you during those days, you know. So that we need a number or a website, and you've got a great website, so we need that information so that our viewers will know who to call and how to contact you.
Well, HSV Community Watch is our website, and the best way to me really is to contact the community relations officers, because that's where it starts, especially if you're already having problems. You need to
Okay.
be in touch with them anyway.
Yes.
And then we move on from there.
Well, could they call the non-emergency police number, which is what, 256-722, help me out here.
7100.
7100.
Yeah, and if they do, when they call, just let them know that they need to get in touch. Tell them which precinct, you know, where they live at, where they can find out which precinct they are, and that they need to get in touch with the community resource officer in that precinct.
Okay.
And they'll give them the number, and then we can take it from there and get them hooked up with a community watch board and get them started.
Well, how many CROs do you have?
We have 6. There's 2 in each precinct.
2 in each precinct. Okay. Good. Well, you guys got to stay really busy.
It gets busy at times, but it's worth it.
It's worth it. Exactly. Well, listen, want to thank each of you for being here and sharing this information with our viewers. And, you know, it's a great program. In fact, I have to admit that I'm part of my neighborhood watch association. So it's not hard. You know, just strap those things on the side of your car, get in the car and just ride around. Of course, you have them. They give you a map of the area in which you're supposed to patrol, and it's good quiet time for me. So, I enjoy it a lot. Excuse me. So, I want to thank you both of you for being here.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thank
And
you.
we'll have you on again soon, I'm sure. Okay. You can help prevent crime in your neighborhood by joining an existing community watch program in your neighborhood, or call 256-652-7262 for more information. Well, that's my show for today. I'm Brenda Martin for Inside Huntsville, a great place to live, work, and play.